Greetings, brothers and sisters. Some Amber Heard stuff. She just won't let it go. A la Alec Baldwin. A few more little things. And somebody sent me this on J Feld Man.
Back at the airport, actor Corey Feldman is under a different kind of spotlight.
This is your bag. Yeah. Packed it yourself. You know what's inside it?
So there's Corey Feldman, and he's at an airport in Canada. This seems to be some show about Canada border security, where they're trying to normalize going through your stuff and martial law and these types of things, right? Invasion of your privacy, and show it's for your safety, right? And somehow they've enlisted J Feldman.
Process celebrities, we treat them the same as everybody else.
Now, are you referring to J Feldman as a celebrity? Big, giant, colossal cursor knows. T-shirt coming. Talk about that tomorrow. But here he is.
Corey is approved for entry into Canada.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
They're very strict, very conservative, very stern, but I like it. I appreciate it because at the end of the day, you feel a lot safer.
Yeah, you do. You feel a lot safer. And so,
And they've got a really hot chick working in the security office.
Okay, so was that your wife you were just with? One of your mangel, you called her your main angel of Corey's Angels. And so somehow J Feldman weaseled back onto television, right? I mean, this is an obscure show, but the guy finds a way. I mean, his acting career is over. He's the worst singer and dancer. He's exhausted every possible reality TV show, at least I thought so. He's been on the bottom of the barrel reality TV shows, and then he shows up here to do a promo for Canadian airport security. If anybody's going to survive the apocalypse, it's Corey Feldman. He's like, the cockroaches, the rats, and Corey Feldman. The guy just has staying power. He finds a way to show up on TV even though nobody wants him. Let's go back. There's another little scene. There's J Feldman, and this is, somehow they said, all right, we need a celebrity. Who can we get to be on our show? And the best that they could do was Corey J. This is the girl he claims to be really hot.
So what brings you up to Canada today?
I'm working on the TV show Sake.
Okay.
No, you're not. Come on.
Have you ever been arrested, charged, or convicted of any offense?
I was back in
In the U.S.?
childhood, but then they expunged it.
So you shouldn't have said anything. The answer would be no then. If they expunged it, when a law enforcement or anybody else asks you, have you ever been convicted of a drug offense, you say no, because there's no record of it, hence the expunging. But he ratted himself out, but this is part of the show.
And what was the offense that you were arrested for?
Oh, heroin.
Back when he was 12, he was busted for heroin.
Okay. And you're saying it was expunged?
Yes.
Okay.
It was expunged. Too bad we can't do the same for Corey J. Too bad we can't expunge J Feldman. So this is Corey Feldman's channel. I don't know, Truth 22 Productions with Corey Feldman. 3,000 views. Bunch of with that. Here he is. Something with old Corey J. Haim, 24,000 views. Now, this is a guy who's been famous his whole life, right? He has been a child star, and then, whatever else he's done to stay relevant. Reality TV star, here he is here. Look at Corey go here.
Names, or do you want to start
Your
our
name and
first
the character
name?
you're using for it. Your full name is good.
Because we went to high school together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know
Oh
that?
my God, it was so much.
So fun.
I
Oh, I
know.
love her so much.
You wouldn't believe what she does.
Okay, so, Corey getting it done here. In Corey Feldman fashion. But the guy gets almost no views on his YouTube channel. He got 400,000 views for one of those songs he put out because, people make fun of him, right? Like me and others. But the guy, he came up with this idea to raise money so he could make a documentary. And he had already used all the names. He didn't have any big names. And the big name that he was going to release was Corey Haim's alleged abuser. Corey Feldman had already said all the names of his supposed abusers, and they were no one significant. And people are expecting a big name, right? People who are paying money to his documentary wanted a big Hollywood name. So he said he was going to tell who abused Corey Haim. And Corey Haim's mother said it wasn't true beforehand and asked him to stop, but it was his big reveal, and he had raised $300,000. He was going for $10 million in his GoFundMe campaign, if you guys remember that. And then he felt like he was giving too much money to YouTube and social media, so he started his own social media platform. It was paid, it was people had to pay to be on it, and only trolls went on it, right? And so he had to close it down. He deplatformed himself from his own personal Corey Feldman platform of videos and whatever else, tweets and things. Then he went back on social media. And then he had this debacle with technical difficulties, and the big reveal was Charlie Sheen, which everybody who knew anything about it had suspected, and he was harassed for taking everybody's money. During that period of time, he was stabbed with a pin, looked like a mosquito bite. I mean, a number of other things that happened to Corey J, right? And he exhausted all these reality TV shows, and people were done with them. And somehow the guy ends up in Canada on some reality frisk and search airport TSA type of thing, because the guy just finds a way to make it onto your television set one way or another. That's why he'll survive the apocalypse and, with the other rats and cockroaches. A few other things I want to cover here. Amber Heard reveals that one piece of the evidence she wishes the jury had seen.
Is there one piece of evidence that you wish the jury had seen that you could point to? You say, this would have made the difference.
Yeah. I'm everybody's type.
What is it?
There's a binder worth of years of notes dating back to 2011 from the very beginning of my relationship that were taken by my doctor.
Taken by her doctor. Notes by her doctor. A binder. The doctor had a whole binder of notes on Amber Heard. Nothing creepy about that. The doctor had a binder of notes on all the things that had happened to poor little Amber Heard.
Who I was reporting the abuse to.
He says he's never struck any woman. His lawyers argued at trial. None of his other prior relationships, not
Let's have a game and play whose Adam's apple is bigger.
one woman has come forward and said he physically hit them. You were the only one.
Look what happened to me when I came forward. Would you?
And you can see much more.
Yeah, I don't want to see much more. That was brutal. Amber Heard challenges Johnny Heard. Amber Depp challenges Johnny Heard to his own Savannah Guthrie interview. Amber Heard's team defended her right to continue to speak up against her ex-husband, Johnny Depp, despite a jury finding she previously defamed him and owes him millions as a result. If Mr. Depp or his team have a problem with this, we recommend that Johnny himself sit down with Savannah Guthrie for an hour and answer all the questions a spokesman for the Aquaman actress tells page 6. See, here's the thing about it, and this is what Alec P. Baldwin's doing as well, and his Spanish wife from Boston, that when you become a joke, an internet joke, and people have formed an opinion of you, in this case Amber Depp, they don't like her. She's unlikable. You don't win them back by being annoying, right? The only reason to be out there in public is to sort of to reclaim your image, to rehabilitate your image in the eyes of the public, which is important to all these, Hollywood celebrities. And, that ship has sailed. They all know you. They all, formed an opinion on you. Nothing you say is going to win them back, right? The internet's turned on you, and so have the sheeple and everybody else. And again, Johnny Depp is a nightmare. Don't like him. I'm not on his side. I'm not on Team Johnny Heard, right? But, it's just fact that everybody likes her less, and her continuously being out there and continuously, looking for attention is just going to cement their already negative feelings for her. If you don't care whether they like you or not, you might as well just disappear, right? The only reason to be out there is try to convince them that you're not as bad as they think, and you're kind of even probably worse, right? And so you just let it go. You don't have to, and it's over. It doesn't matter anyway. There's nothing you can do. Your career is, going to be in the crapper. You're getting older anyway. You're not a good actress. You're not likable, and you've just, live on whatever monies you got left or whatever, whatever they do here. But either way, you're done, right? And you just accept it, you move on. Like, this part of your life, being famous, is over. And you'll have a handful of people that believe you. But more feminists and women are bummed out because, you've kind of closed down the Me Too thing in different ways. And, so you don't really have a lot of friends at this point, right? You don't have a lot of well-wishers. You just walk away. But you can't do that, right? She's, got to say her stuff, and she thinks if she says it enough, people believe her. And we all know that doesn't work. Okay, I had some more that I was going to add in a voiceover, but I'm losing my voice a little bit tonight for some reason. Took me all day to get all this stuff done because I'm working outside, which is great. Because it's real and it's away from all of this Hollywood BS. But there'll be more tomorrow. Only spirituality will save this world. It's Paul Romano, definitely pointing from the Apocalypse and the Ascension. Everyone have a blessed day and be grateful.